Hi there, Cancer, and welcome to Air to Earth Tarot. I'm Ange, and I will be doing your September general reading. I got all the way to the end of a video of yours. I recorded already, and then it cut off at the very end, so I decided to just redo your reading for next month, Cancer. I was in a funky energy today, but I'm glad I had this to do today because I have to clear my energy to do this. So thank you. Thank you. So Cancer, let's see what we have for you. I did do a pre-card pull for you, and so I'll be using that to kind of guide the reading. Got some notes there. And the way this is going to work is I pull 5 cards. The first card is going to be the anchor for the reading, the you now position. Second and third card will be the occurrences in September that you should pay attention to, action, drama, that sort of thing. The fourth card will be advice from spirit, and the fifth card will be the probable outcome. All right, without further ado. Oh, wait, I should say these are general readings for the month of September 2020 for Cancer. Please check out your sun, moon, and rising sign. Sometimes your rising or moon sign will resonate a hell of a lot more than your sun sign, at least in my case. So make sure you check out all 3. And also these are general readings. If you want a private reading, my information is in the description box below. You can hit me up on Instagram. If not, if you just enjoy the general readings, please keep in mind that they are general. So some of it may resonate, other parts of it may not. It may not resonate at all. Just depends on what's going on with your particular energy. But it is a general reading. Okay? All right, folks, without further ado, let's see what we have for Cancer. Let's start with the... Also, information on decks will be in the description box below. So what do we have for Cancer for the month of September? What do we have for Cancer? Spirits, guides, angels, ancestors. What do we have for Cancer for the month of September? What do we have for Cancer for the month of September? I'm interested to see how this reading goes because I feel it's been a tough year, in particular for Cancer. A lot of battling of self, a lot of transformation, a lot of killing parts of yourself, ego, that sort of thing. And that's tough work to do. We should all be doing that work, but I do feel that Cancer has some sort of special calling this year to really like boss up, you know, from the internal space. And that's hard. That's the hardest way to boss up. So I do feel for you, Cancer, and I'm sending extra positive vibes your way. But I do feel that heaviness and frustration. So what do we have for Cancer for the month of September, Spirit? Pray for messages of love, light, understanding, and clarity. What do we have for Cancer, September 2020? Thank you. Okay. I'm going to take the 4 of Swords in reverse first. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. What else? What do we have for Cancer? Whoa. What do we have for Cancer for the month of September 2020? 9 of Swords in reverse. What do we have for Cancer? Advice for Cancer, please, Spirit. Month of September 2020. What do we have for Cancer, Spirit? Lovers in reverse. And the outcome, Spirit. 6 of Swords. Beautiful. Beautiful. I say beautiful. 6 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're gonna want to move on, move forward. You know, Something tells me you got to let go of the past in some way. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Six of Swords, which is moving on from choppy waters, moving on from a situation that made you feel anxious, that made you feel trapped, that made you feel confused, frustrated, like you don't have any grounding, these really low vibe kind of things. And it could be with a past person, someone you've known a really long time, someone, you know, just from your past, like someone, like I said, just from a long time ago, you know, so that could be a friend, a family member, lover, whatever the case is, but there's pain there. And the universe is saying you got to move on. And that could be mentally. I'm seeing a lot of swords here and a lot of air type energy. This is a card of Gemini. So I am seeing that you're possibly have been in your head, where this instance is concerned. Something has you in your head and questioning and just kind of conflicted. And the universe is saying it's time to let that all go, because there's newness. When something ends, something else begins. So let's see. Okay, so for the anchor, we have the Four of Swords. It did come out in reverse, but I'll show it to you upright. This is telling me it's time to snap out of it, Cancer. Like, you may have been in a funk, kind of like me this morning. Yeah, it's like I took a break, which I needed, and I just took a break from social media, didn't do too much work. I did some private readings, and that was about it. Getting a lot of sleep, and just making sure to rest and prioritize it. And I think that I'm rested and I need to get back into the swing of things. And that kind of just had me in like a low vibe kind of space, just this morning. And like I said, I'm glad I'm doing this reading, because I have to clear my space in order to do this properly. And I do enjoy doing this. So it was good that happened. But I'm feeling that kind of energy for you. Like maybe you've been in a funk of some sort. I think, like I said, it's been a tough year. I'm just gonna light some Palo Santos for the bugs. They're swarming. But it seems like you've been in a funk, and that's okay. It's okay to be human and just kind of be affected, you know, like something tells me you've been affected, and maybe you're hard on yourself about that. You don't like to admit that you get in these funks, but you may have retreated in order to just have a moment, and the universe is saying like that's done with now. It's time for you to reemerge, if you will. Get out of that state of contemplation, because it looks like there's work to be done. There's work to be done, and there's opportunities that are coming your way in September, but you have to get out of your headspace about the past. It looks like you have to look forward. You just have to look ahead. And sometimes what we go through is painful, and we can analyze it and analyze it and analyze it until we're blue in the face. But at some point, you just got to stop and just accept that it happened. And you can look back or you can look forward. It's a choice. And I am seeing in the end here, in the outcome here, that you are choosing to move forward and put some action into getting into a more positive headspace. So that's good. And we'll see exactly what that may look like. Overall, it's looking really good. It looks like you're coming out of this slowly but surely. And I'm happy to see that, but lots of swords energy. I'm an air sign, so I get it. I know how crazy the mind can really just take over. But you are water, Cancer. You are the queen or king of your emotions. And that is your strength. And that's why people are drawn to you and are attracted to you. So you got to get out of your head. It's not your forte. It's not your forte. Don't betray your heart. I'm hoping to see some more emotional cards come out, but that's just me. That's just me. As far as occurrences and what's going on in the month of September, you have the Ace of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards, and just in terms of the imagery on this deck. This is a gift from the universe. This is a gift from the universe that wants to come through. It may be something you dream about. There may be something the universe has for you that you never thought would come into actual fruition. You never thought that it would actually happen for you. I feel for some of you Cancers, it absolutely wants to come through in the month of September for you. But you have to get rid of this energy. It did come out in reverse, which shows me that you are working on it. But the Nine of Swords is just about just relentless fighting. Like, you get so used to being in that warlike state of mind, of confusion, of doubt, and all these low vibrational energies that our minds can put us in when we let our mind just run rampant. Worry, anxiety, that puts us on the defense a lot of the time. So if you find yourself snapping at people, if you find yourself just in a bad mood and you can't quite connect to people the way that you're used to doing, Cancer, that's a sign that you are out of balance and you need to regain it. You got to get out of your head and reconnect with your heart. So we'll see what that's about when we clarify. Advice from Spirit, we got the Lover's card in reverse. The Lover's card can be about our relationship to love. And I do think that something happened in this year, Cancer, that has you really out of sorts where that is concerned, where your relationship to love is concerned. And that is growth, Cancer. I know it doesn't feel good, but that's growth. That's just growing pains. So we have to constantly redefine who we are, what we care about, how we define love, our relationship to love, those sorts of philosophical questions. So it's all good, Cancer. It's all good, but it doesn't feel good. That's what this is telling me. That universe is saying it's going to continue to not feel good, the growth and the work that's going on within you. But it's just about redefining yourself, probably to be closer to your actual self, to who you actually are. A lot of times our past friendships, relationships, family even, they keep us in a box. They keep us in who they know us to be. And sometimes it just stifles growth. And sometimes we have to let some of those relationships go. It can be brutal. But sometimes you're just better off without those past connections, at least for now, you know? But it looks like the universe is calling for immense personal growth and redirection. There's an idea that wants to come through, though. There's some sort of intellectual or creative idea that Gemini energy is like, that's the intellectual, that's the communicator. So right now, like I said, you may be really being bugged, Cancer, because you're not able to communicate with people the way that you usually do, with the ease that you usually do, with the outcomes that you usually do. It's just not working out this year, and it's because change needs to happen, Cancer. In the outcome, we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about channeling your energy, your vision, your energy, sorry, there's just a word that is, hold on. It's about making the decision to look past a situation, to look past your circumstances, to a brighter future, and being determined about it. This is using your mental space. So again, I feel like there's an idea that wants to be born. We'll see when we clarify, but I feel like you're going to come up with something that allows you to break free of this swords energy of being stuck in your head. And it's going to be like your saving grace. It's going to be like the thing that allows you to move on, actually. So let's clarify. That's interesting. I want to see what's up with that. So can we clarify the cards on the table, please, spirits, guides, angels, ancestors? Can we clarify the cards on the table, please? One more for Cancer. Can we clarify the cards on the table, please, Spirit? Okay, what's up with this Four of Swords in reverse? Why is the Four of Swords here in reverse, Spirit? Why is the Four of Swords here in reverse? I'm going to take the ones that are upright. Beautiful. More Gemini energy with the Magician. Libra energy with the Two of Swords. Very airy. And we have Virgo energy with this Hermit. The Hermit is in reverse. So again, something happened that had you in a very introspective place. You probably stopped communication with a lot of people. It feels like you just went into your own little bubble because things got crazy. Things got weird. Things were different this year. I think more so for Cancer than other signs. And you went within. True Cancer crab-like form. You went within. It did come out in reverse, which tells me, again, clarifying the Four of Swords, it's time to wake up. It is time to snap out of it, Cancer. We have the Magician and the Two of Swords. This is telling me you're more powerful than you realize. There's an action that needs to be taken. There's an action that needs to be taken, and you're the only one that can take it. You got to take the first step. We got 1 and 2 here. The Magician is about manifesting in your physical space what is in your head and what is in your heart. Imagination, like I said, there's something about creativity and imagination here that only you can bring into fruition, Cancer. And perhaps you went through all of this so that you could be in the frame of mind to create that. That's how we got to start to look at, troubled times. So very interesting. If you don't feel it already, you're going to start to feel very powerful, Cancer, and realize how powerful you are. Interesting. Gemini energy, communication. You may want to, one second. There's a lot going on here today. You may want to reach out. You may want to reach out to someone with this sort of awakening energy, and then the Magician, and then the Two of Swords. It's like communication may be the key out. You may just need to air out how you feel, Cancer. Sometimes we get all in our feels, but we forget to communicate. There's tons of swords on the table, which tells me intellect, ideas, but also being stuck in your head and not communicating. So maybe in September, you'll feel a need to communicate, to get things going, get your energy going. What's up with this Ace of Pentacles? 5 of Swords, another sword in reverse, and the 9 of Swords in reverse. Why is the 9 of Swords here in reverse, Spirit? Let's get one more on this action. One more on this action that's going on in September for Cancer. One more. It's a weird energy I'm picking up on this. Hangman in reverse, also action. Ace of Swords, also action. Okay, so it looks like in September, you're gonna you're going to snap out of this dreamlike state that you've been in, where you're just, like I said, just stuck in your head. You may be thinking of ideas, but they feel overwhelming. They don't feel, I'm talking in the past. So sometimes creative energy can feel really positive and really good because it's flowing, and you're seeing the fruits of your labor in some way, or at least you're enjoying the process, right? I don't feel that. I feel like you've been kind of overwhelmed by your thoughts, by your solutions to a given problem. It doesn't seem like it's relationship based necessarily, like not romantic, but I do think that it's someone you've known for a really long time. So this could be family, it could be a job that you've had for a really long time, but things are being shaken up and you're overwhelmed. In the month of September, it looks like you're giving up on this airy energy of being stuck in your head. You don't like it. It's not your forte. So you're giving up on it, but it looks like you're going to create your own solution to a problem. The only thing I would say is to be careful of that, because we have the High Priestess in reverse, which tells me you may be so hell-bent on finding a solution that you go with the solution that isn't necessarily the best one. Does that make sense? Like you pull the trigger quickly. It doesn't look like it's a bad solution. It's still a solution. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like you take matters into your own hands, literally. And it looks like there is some wisdom available to you where there'll be another option that opens up. It may require more patience, which I'm not sure that you have much left at this point, Cancer. But as far as the cards are concerned, I see you taking matters into your own hands and creating an opportunity for yourself. Nothing wrong with that. I would just say be careful. Be careful to check in with spirit and check in with your highest good, and make sure that you get your priorities straight. I'll just say that. What's up with this Lovers in reverse and advice? What is your advice for Cancer in the month of September? Yeah. So, and the Moon in reverse. So you may not like this, Cancer, but it looks like you need to change. First of all, you need to communicate. I'm seeing that again. You need to communicate, but you also need to communicate. You need to communicate your feelings about a situation. There's something going on in your home life, in your physical space, that you're not being 100% honest about. You're not being forthcoming about. And if there's any sign that can forget to be kind of transparent and forthcoming, I would say it's Cancer. Like you can be very elusive. We have the Moon at the bottom in reverse, like put all the cards on the table, air it out. At the very least, you'll feel better, I think. But we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, which is disharmony at home. And then we have that next to the 3 of Cups, which is about welcoming in another party, giving and receiving. What's going on here? Giving and receiving is what I'm getting. Like you have to communicate what you're unhappy with. That's what I'm getting. You have to communicate that. Let's get one more in advice for Cancer. One more. Yeah. 8 of Swords in reverse. Free yourself of this prison. No one's holding you there. If you choose not to communicate and hold grudges or just hold on to negative emotions, then that's on you, Cancer. I'm gonna tell you straight up. But it looks like your decision to not communicate or to cut off communication has you in your headspace, has you overanalyzing. like in true Gemini Libra form. Lots of Gemini Libra energy here. Virgo's here as well, Pisces. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords here, Spirit? Another card of Libra. King of Swords. So it looks like you're going to come to that conclusion that you need to start communicating, and that you can communicate really, really well, Cancer. It's not like you don't have the skills. Six of Wands. Right. Like you are the person, you're powerful enough to be holding back your own victory. The Six of Swords is, the Six of Wands is about victory. It's about people cheering you on. And this particular death, there is this air of judgment, of being judged. So perhaps you felt judged. Communicate it. Communicate it. Communication isn't about being right or wrong, Cancer. Choose your battles, but it looks to me like you got to communicate. Five of Cups and the Six of Cups at the bottom of both decks. You know, your heart space is experiencing some sort of blockage. You're having trouble finding harmony and compassion, which is not like Cancer. So you're stuck in your headspace because you're holding yourself there by not communicating. And it looks like you got to boss up within yourself and realize that you have mastered communication in some aspect. You're not a bad communicator, is what I'm getting, at all. So create your own victory and move on. Sorry, the sun is shining in a very strange way. I hope you can still see me. Okay, let's close it off with a card from the Animal Oracle. What do we have for Cancer to close out this reading? Spirits, guides, angels, ancestors. What do we have for Cancer for September 2020? What do we have for Cancer for September 2020, Spirit? What do we have for Cancer for September 2020 to close out this reading? Manate, accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. I hope you can see that. Beautiful card of healing. Beautiful card of healing and acceptance. So the way I see it, you have two choices in September, Cancer. You spearhead whatever the situation is, whatever's bothering you, whatever's been bothering you for quite some time. You take action, and it may be a little rambunctious. It may not be the best decision, but at least you're moving decidedly away from lower vibrational energies. So that could look like communication. That could look like picking up the phone and contacting someone from your past, and just airing out how you feel and how you see the situation. That's one way. The second way would be to do that same action, but internally. So sometimes we just need to have an honest ass conversation with ourselves. So whatever this is that has your heart space kind of blocked, and it has you very much so in your headspace overstimulated, I feel like your top two chakras are overstimulated, open and imbalanced with your throat chakra and your heart chakra. Speak up within yourself. Forgive yourself, forgive other people, and move on. Let it go. Write their name down on a piece of paper and burn it. Do whatever you need to do. But acceptance is key. Acceptance is key in terms of healing and in terms of moving on. So thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in. I hope you can still see, like I said, the cards. The sun is doing something weird. But thank you. And I hope to see you next time.